Let's talk balls. Nothing new there, I hear you cry. Well, you get through quite a lot of them here at Wimbledon. 53,000 balls used during the championship period. They're all stored at 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and they're sold every day, all of the used balls, for £2.50 for three. Proceeds go to charity, so you could actually have a tennis ball that was used at Wimbledon. What are the chances? But here's what you might not know. The only company that still makes tennis balls in the UK is right here in the West. J. Price, just outside Bath. So I went along to have a chat with Louise Price, who helps run the family business, and she started off by telling me about the history of the company.
So it was my granddad. He was retreading tyres for the post office, and I think during the wartime they weren't making any tennis balls then, but they had done before. And obviously the retreading grew because of material shortage. And then after the war, when people started buying, I guess, luxuries again, the tennis ball started to take off a little bit. And there were a few moulds, not many. And that side of the business grew a lot in the 50s and into the 60s, and it was booming into the mid-70s. And at that point, we were exporting over 4 million balls a year, mostly to the States, to quite a lot of big brands. And then, unfortunately, that's what was lost to the East. So within one tennis season, we'd lost the whole order book.
Gosh.
And I think Dad had made 80 staff redundant. But, you find a way, find a different place in the market, different things. Yeah, I think he slowly grew the business again. I think doing different things. So rubber submarine tiles. He helped develop those for the Admiralty and the MOD, and engine mounts and grommets and washers. And the balls were a very small part of the business then. But these days it's flipped again, and the balls have started to grow, mainly down to the being able to do all the niche colours and the personalisation and being able to be flexible. One of the inquiries that are running today is that somebody wants a ball for cricket, but they want the tennis ball. They want it to be a bit firmer, a bit harder, a little bit heavier, and we can do that. We can tweak a mix, and they can have something, if they want something as small as 20 balls, or if they want 2,000 like that, that's easy to do.
But I guess that's really interesting that you're getting these random things coming up, and it just makes the day a bit more fun.
I love it, actually, and I'm not a chemist, I'm a teacher by training. But I love the fact that I'm picking up things. As you walked in, I was learning or working out how to make a ball heavier, which ingredient to use, working out the gravity of a ball, specific gravity of a ball, and the sense of achievement behind that is immense. And I feel very proud that I'm taking on something that was my granddad's and is my dad's, and that we've got this business that is fighting against all odds and managing to survive in a difficult market.
And so you make your own rubber as well as the balls.
Yeah.
It's all from start to finish. It all comes from here.
Yeah, so we have all the raw ingredients. In a tennis ball, for example, there's natural rubber and synthetic rubber. It's very bouncy natural rubber, so that we buy that in from Malaysia. If you try to make a ball out of pure rubber, it would be too uncontrollable, too lively. So you put the other ingredients in to deaden the bounce, unliven it, get the right performance, and then you have to put a number of other things in so you can cook it, and so it doesn't just stay in a gooey mess. So a curative to speed that process up, and other fillers to get weight and resilience. And it's a bit like making a cake. You just have to be quite careful. One little change can change your whole recipe.
So how many balls do you make in a typical week, or is there not a typical week?
The week isn't typical, really. We make to order, but generally that's between 4,000 and 6,000 a week at the moment.
Wow.
Got capacity to make 22,000 a week.
And who buys them? Is this sports companies or is this individuals?
It's changed somewhat over the years. Lots of people, promotional companies, brand agencies, designers to promote their brands, sports clubs. So if somebody's having something to celebrate and they want their own logo on it, tennis clubs tend to do that. Or just somebody buying presents. You can buy 4 balls with a logo or name on. It's really varied, but that's what keeps us in business.
And the only tennis ball making company in the country, does that mean there used to be lots?
There were lots, actually. So there was one in Bradford-on-Avon, just down the road. There was Slazenger and Dunlop, and they were all dotted about the country. But eventually they all went to the east, started shutting down and moving. I think Dad considered that for a while, and I'm really pleased he didn't, really, because some of the staff have been here. Well, I remember them when I was a little girl. So one of the chaps, both his parents worked here, and he's still here. He's in his 50s. And the 2 young members of staff, the same age as me, They've been here since teenagers. It's a real family affair.
Isn't it lovely? That's Louise Price, who helps run the family business J Price of Bath, the only company that still makes tennis balls in the UK.